Hi, this is Rosie Gugliardo, founder of InnerBrilliance Coaching. And I'm here with my guest, Jennifer Nagel. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Rosie, how are you?
Good. We want to welcome you to this interview series I call Be Perfectly You. And it's based on my signature coaching program. And it's obviously not about being perfect, but it's about being the real you so that you can shine and attract all that you desire in your life, but in a more natural way. So a little bit of background on me. I've been a certified life and career coach since 2007. And previous to that, I was in marketing and advertising for 18 years. And now I work with high achieving clients to help them get results while being happier every step of the way. And I ended up spending decades studying neuroscience, positive psychology, and spirituality to bring a holistic approach to optimize my clients' lives. Now, I want to share all of those learnings directly with you. So I'm excited for this interview series where I meet with a variety of experts to help you feel like you could have success and happiness in life, work, and love. And as I mentioned, today we're meeting with Jennifer Nagel. We actually connected during one of my speaking engagements. It was like a little networking event. And I have been following her ever since. For me, I just felt like there was this instant connection. And I always tell her, it's like she's speaking my fitness language. So I'm excited to have her here today because I feel like I've studied different things about health and wellness. And I feel like the best way to get better results with your health. And she teaches all of this. And she puts it in an easy to follow program that ends up with long-term success. And that's what I always want for my clients is long-term strategies for success. So I am excited to tell you a little bit more about her in a little bit more of a formal bio, and then we'll start our interview. So Jennifer is a certified personal trainer and fitness and lifestyle expert for women over 30. And she helps her clients find simple stress-free solutions for fitness and weight loss so that they can feel strong and energetic for life. And through her signature program, Build, Shred, and Boost method, she's here, I love this, to shake up what you think you know about your health and fitness by providing a step-by-step framework and easy-to-use tools. So with that said, obviously, I'm so happy to have you here, Jennifer, and I've shared a little bit about you, but if you were to explain just in 2 minutes, what is it that you do? Just in 2 minutes, can you summarize all the stuff you do?
It's mostly about helping people find simple, stress-free solutions to being at their best. And it's not about being skinny and it's not about being ripped. It's about figuring out what that perfect place feels like to you, where you feel healthy, you feel energetic, you have, a very healthy lifestyle. And then I help people take small steps and smart steps in order to get there. And I joke around and say, a lot of people think they know what they need to be doing. They always tell me, Jennifer, I know what to do. But in reality, there's a lot of information out there. It's not all great and it's not all perfect for you. So in our coaching program, we really help people individualize great best practices and then help them create habits, routines, and a fitness and nutrition plan and program that works best for them.
I love that. And something else that when I was reading your bio really struck me is how you help them feel more energetic. So I know years ago, I used to have a New Year's resolution to lose 10 pounds every year. I joke being Italian, guess who decided I'm just going to eat this pasta today. I'll lose 10 pounds tomorrow, right? And I just happen to do that every time. When I learn more about the importance of honoring your values and what matters to you most, because that's what really motivates you, I learned that having more energy is what motivated me more than looking a certain way. And so once I started tuning into that, I started taking on habits and tactics that helped me gain more energy. And that really set the foundation for my work that I do with my clients. And I created this energy management method to help them more emotionally and spiritually and mentally have energy, but physical is to me the foundation. So that's why I was excited to have you here, because I know that matters to you too. And the importance of that, especially when you're over 30.
Absolutely. I think what happens, at least what happened for me, and I think a lot of other women can relate, when we're young, like we just want to be cute. Wear the cute outfits, cute jeans, we want to look good. I think as we get older, we understand the importance of how we feel, because I have been at multiple weights and have felt healthy or less healthy at multiple weights. So I've been a size 0 and felt miserable. I've been a size 8 and felt amazing. So for me, it's less about what ultimate size or what the number on the scale is, but I feel my best when I'm doing things that promote my healthy lifestyle, when I'm exercising regularly, eating, drinking water. And then the interesting thing is, guess what? My weight settles in a really good spot anyway, and I feel good. So there are 1.5 million ways to lose weight, but they don't all result in helping you feel really good and energetic and ready to tackle your day, because I agree, your health is the foundation for your life success, because you're not going to be able to be at your best or achieve your personal greatness if you feel like crud every time you get up in the morning. So it's that cross between, yes, exercise is great, eating well is great, but ultimately we're trying to get you to the best you. So you feel really good, and that whatever your gifts and talents are, you're able to express them in the best way possible.
I love it. Yes, I know. This is what happens, right? I was like, we're so aligned. And it's so true. And I go back to that example where I used to always try to lose weight. And then when I shifted to wanting to feel more energy, I started doing things like exercising, because I had heard that if you exercise, you sleep better. Not only that night, because I had heard a study that said that, but they said 2 nights in a row. So I was like, oh, more bang for your buck. So I started working out every other day. I had heard about the South Beach diet back in the day. And I'm like, wait, that's kind of like the Mediterranean diet. And that's what I grew up eating, right? This is where we're talking about a lot of information is out there, boils it down to the important stuff. So I remember thinking, and I've seen this in your programs when you share information through your newsletter or your posts, that certain, at least for me, I know colorful vegetables, whole grains, all of that keeps me energized and going. So here I started taking on all of these different behaviors and tactics of working out and eating differently years ago. And guess what? I had more energy in my 30s and 40s than I ever did in my 20s. And I always say this, and you just said it too. The best part, I lost 10 pounds. The motivation was really feeling good and energized. And then because I was in a good place, I was more motivated to take on certain actions. In this case, they were the same actions of working out and eating better, but they were infused with a different motivation because it was really aligned with what I wanted. So I love that you really have a similar premise. So I work with a lot of high achievers, and I'm curious, how do you think your approach helps high achievers specifically?
I'm personally a total type A. I fit right in that bucket. I think the biggest thing that I've noticed about myself and my clients, because I also work with a lot of high achieving women, is we are so taught a couple of things. First, if we follow a set of rules, we get a result. So if you want to get this result, you work really, really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And so people can get really frustrated when they find some sort of exercise or nutrition program and they follow all the rules and their body doesn't do exactly what they want them to do or doesn't do it fast enough. So there's this like letdown feeling and this feeling like I can never do this, there's something wrong with me, I'm not good enough. And that can be really detrimental, it can be really negative. The second thing is we have a tendency to be all or nothing. So in order to be healthy, it means I have to go all in. I have to drink kale shakes. I can't eat 1 gram of sugar. I have to exercise 6 times a week and do yoga and all this other stuff. And what we help people do is take a more of a step-by-step approach and help people understand that your exercise and nutrition needs to fit into your life and not the other way around. So we focus a lot on first of all, extending the timeline, because a lot of people want stuff now, and that's just not how your body works. And then also just helping to incorporate small things, habits, one thing at a time. And it's not going to be super exciting. And that's what I try to explain to people. It's, if you're doing it right, it shouldn't feel like this big thing that you're doing. I'm not a fan of those 30-day challenges or 75 hard or that kind of thing, because it's a lot of focus on like, I'm going to do this thing hardcore for 30 or 75 days. That's not how you live. That's not how you normally operate. So when those 30 or 75 days are over, then you're kind of right back where you used to be, except crankier because you weren't able to eat your favorite donut, for 75 days.
Right.
So we talk a lot about creating small habits, incorporating habits into your day. I'm a huge fan of a lot of the teachings of Power of Habit and Atomic Habits, where if you want to drink more water, maybe put it on your nightstand next to your bed, so when you wake up, it's right there, or, whatever that habit could be. And exercise doesn't have to be 60 minutes, 75 minutes, 2 hours. It doesn't have to be hardcore. It can be whatever it is for you. It could be 30 minutes. It could be taking a walk. It could be strength training, which I'm a huge fan of. Even strength training can look very different for different people. It could be body weight. It could be going to the gym. It could be lifting up your toddler, whatever. So we try to help people understand it's not all or nothing. There's not a hard set of rules. And this is something that we want to help you incorporate into your regular life, and not necessarily change your entire life in order to hit this one particular goal.
Absolutely. Again, I've always talked to clients about the way to have long-term success is with those small steps. There are no big leaps. Back in the day when I was trying to make some changes, I did small swaps. I wanted to cut sugar out of coffee. I didn't just cut it out. There's no way. That would not have been enjoyable. So I just reduced it a little bit, added cinnamon until the ratio changed, and now I can have it without sugar. And I'm so impressed with myself because I never thought I would be that person, right? It was usually more milk and sugar with a dash of coffee.
Right.
Now I switched it around a little bit. And I love what you're saying, because I often hear different gurus out there talking about like, just get out there and exercise, and it doesn't matter if you don't like it. And I'm like, that's odd to me, because I've grown to love exercise. And if you told 20-year-old Rosie that she would be as excited to work out as she is these days, I would have never believed it. But it's because I took small steps to incorporate these habits over time. I love Atomic Habits. I talk to my clients about those, because those incremental steps are the way to really have the long-term success that you and I are both talking about. So with that said, what are 3 steps that people could take right now to get started?
Right now, I think the first thing I always say is keep a log of what you're doing right now. Like, so a lot of times we think we know, like, oh, Jennifer, I already know what to do, or I already know what's wrong. But what we found was what we always have our clients do the very first week is just keep a log of their exercise, their food, and their sleep, and anything else. Like, how do you feel? Like, I feel tired, I'm depressed, whatever. Because oftentimes we think we're drinking lots of water, we think we're getting 8 hours of sleep, and we're not. So that would be the first thing, is just take a couple days. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can do the notes function in your iPhone, or write it down, old-fashioned piece of paper and pen or whatever, and write down what's happening. The second thing is pick one item. So you're going to find one item that you're like, ooh, that's not how I thought it was going to be. Maybe it's exercise, maybe it's water, maybe it's getting some sleep. And I just want you to work on that one thing. And I'm a big fan of making sure sleep is on point, because there's a lot of science out there. Sleep is very, very important. But realistically, as a busy, high achieving person, when is the last time you've been able to do something really great when you're operating on fumes? Never. So make sure that sleep is on point. So pick one thing. The third thing I would say is, when it's time to exercise, incorporate strength training. Strength training gives you so much bang for the buck. I know I was raised on the cardio train, and I was a total cardio bunny on the treadmill. When I was younger, I would spend literally an hour on the treadmill. What was I thinking? Strength training actually gives you so much bang for the buck, because you're not only building muscle, but you're helping you build strong bones and having more muscle on your body burns more calories. So it allows you to eat more. It allows you to lose weight if that's your goal. And you just feel really strong. And strength training doesn't have to mean going to the gym. You could do air squats. You could lift heavy groceries. That's one of my favorite ones.
One of my favorite. I was just going to say that.
It's basically a farmer's carry, lifting heavy groceries and walking around. You could do something at home. Like, don't make it complex and start incrementally. So if you've never done strength training before, start with 5 or 10 minutes, 2 to 3 basic exercises like a squat or a push-up, even off the wall. And start to do that and build up your strength. And then you can add more exercises or time as you feel led to do that. And really 30 minutes is all you need.
Great. I love those tips. As I said, those totally align with the way I feel like I approach some changes, some big changes in my life. And my favorite, I have to admit, is the strength training, because when I heard that you can actually keep burning calories even after you're done exercising through strength training, that is truly more bang for your buck. So I think high achievers are always about being more efficient too. So I love that tip. Jennifer, this is all so helpful. Thank you for sharing. You have been so generous to provide an offer to the InnerBrilliance family. And would you just want to share quickly about that?
Chatted just a little bit about some of the things that we talk about, but I have a more in-depth session. It's a free class where you can learn about how to maximize fat loss, even with a busy schedule. So we do talk about fat loss, but honestly, you'll notice hidden gems. We're really going to be talking about overall health, energy, and working it into your busy schedule. So it comes with a great workbook, and you walk away with some amazing, just right now steps that you can take to really improve your health. We're going to break down what a short workout looks like. We'll break down a nutrition strategy that you can follow, and also tell you some things to avoid so you don't feel so guilty about, doing or not doing certain things. So I'd love to offer that to the InnerBrilliance family, and really happy to have been able to share that with you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. And that's, again, my philosophy is we want to get results, but enjoy ourselves along the way. That's why I know I really align with what you share so often. So thank you for that. Now, how can people get a hold of you if they want to join this program or find out more?
Find me at therealjennifernagel.com and on Instagram at therealjennifernagel. So definitely look me up. If you have any questions, DM me. I love talking to people kind of person. So you're welcome to watch the masterclass, or if you just want to contact me directly, you absolutely can.
Great. Thank you again for your time. I just appreciate you so much. I know a lot of people will be learning so much from you, so I am happy to connect you with more people.
Thank you, Rosie. You are the best. So I know if people are in your community, they already know that, but just want to also give my thanks. You're one of my favorite people to chat with. So
I love you too. Thanks, Jennifer. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.